Okay, 7th period quiz. This is problem number 5. So simplify the following radicals. Do not use a calculator. So 5 times the square root of 242. So we need to factor the square root of 242. Okay, so we have 5 times 5. So probably the easiest thing right off the bat, since this is kind of a large number, is to factor out the 2. So I have 2 times 121 equals 242. And boy, am I lucky. Because look at this. 121 is a perfect square. Hopefully you remember your perfect squares. Square root of 121 is equal to 11. So it pops out. We still have our 5, and all we're left with is the square root of 2. So I clean up this 11 times 5 is 55, 55 root 2, and you're done. Okay. So square root of 48, you can factor 48 a lot of ways, okay, or several ways. I'm going to do 4 times 12. Okay, and 4 is a perfect square, so out pops the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times the square root of 12. As we know, 12 is equal to 4 times 3. Okay, again, take the square root of 4, out pops the 2. Root 3, we clean up the 2 times 2, 4 times the square root of 3. Okay. So C. So right off the bat, you notice that you can divide 6 by 2. And you're going to end up with 3 times the square root of 15 over the square root of 3. And you know that we need to clean up that radical off the denominator, away from the denominator. So we're going to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3, which is effectively multiplying it by 1. So 3 times 15 times the square root of 3 is, we can combine the 15 and the 3, and we get 45. And 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. And we cancel the 3, and we end up with a square root of 45. Now, you know that you can simplify square root of 45. Okay, and I chose to simplify it as 9 times 5. Okay, 9 is a perfect square, so we take the square root and out pops the 3, and we end up with 3 times the square root of 5. Let's go to our next page. Okay. So for each triangle below, give the lengths of the missing sides. So here we have a 45, 45, 90, and we know the rules for 45, 45, 90. You've got the legs are the same length, and then your hypotenuse is equal to x times the square root of 2. So here we're given a leg. Leg is 3. So we know that the other leg, which is labeled A, also has to be equal to 3. And we know that C is equal to x times the square root of 2. And we know that x is 3, so it's 3 times the square root of 2. And there's your answer. Okay, number 7 is also 45, 45, 90, so we can use the same rule. And we're given the hypotenuse. Ooh, it's a little bit trickier, but not much. So we know that 5 times the square root of 2 is going to be equal to x times the square root of 2. Well, if 5 times the square root of 2 equals x times the square root of 2, okay, you can go the long way. You divide both sides by the square root of 2, but you know that x is going to be equal to 5. So x is equal to 5, x is the length of the legs, so b is equal to 5, and a is equal to 5. And you can put your answers down there so Ms. Coe knows exactly what your answers are, and you're done with those two. And we'll switch to another video.